Hi guys, let's talk about scientific notation. So scientific notation is a way of writing really big numbers in an easier to read form. Now when we do scientific notation, we are going to write a number that has a decimal point and then times 10 to the somethingth. When you write scientific notation, you only want one number in front of the decimal place, and then you're going to write all the other numbers after it. You don't have to write any of the zeros, and I'll show you that in just a second. And when you write times to the 10th to the whatever, you have to figure out, is it going to be a positive number or a negative number? Now, the exponent is going to tell you how many places to move the decimal point. If the exponent is positive, you know that you have a big number or a number that's greater than 10. If your exponent is negative, you know you have a little number or a number less than 1. And if your exponent is 0, you know the number falls between 1 and 10. So let's convert these scientific notation numbers into standard notation, which is just the regular way to look at numbers. So let's do the first one here. We have 9.003 times 10 to the fourth. This is a positive fourth, so that means we're going to have a big number. So that means that we're going to take this 9.003 and we're going to move this 4 times to make it a big number. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to fill in a 0 in that missing spot. So my final answer in this first one is 90,030. All right, so let's look at this next one. It's a negative 4, so we're going to have a little number. That means a number less than 1. So 7.02 times 10 to the negative 4 means I'm going to move this decimal place 4 times to get us little number, a number less than 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means that this number becomes 0.000702. Now, the numbers that you start with, you're always going to have in your answer. So you don't get rid of the 0.003. You don't get rid of the 0.02. You're just going to be adding zeros in front of or behind it. If it's a big number, you're going to add them usually behind. If it's a little number, you're going to add them in front. Now 3.0 times 10 to the 0 moves. I move my decimal place 0 times, so it's just 3.0. Now to do the opposite of that, to convert from standard to scientific notation, we're going to reverse. So you're going to move the decimal point until only one non-zero number is in front of the decimal. You count how many spaces, and that's the exponent. Again, if you have a little number, it's less than 1, you're going to have a negative exponent. If you have a number that's greater, that should say greater than 10, then the exponent is going to be positive, so that's a big number. So let's do these examples. So I have 0.000087. I only want one number in front of the decimal place, so I'm going to move my decimal right here. And I'm moving it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So 8.7 times 10 to the, is that going to be a positive 5 or a negative 5? Well, this is a number that's less than 1, so it's a negative 5. Now I've got a really big number here, so that means I'm going to have a positive exponent. So we know that my decimal place is right here. It's invisible and it's right there. And we're going to move it to right here. So we're moving it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So that's 7.12 times 10 to the positive 7. Now, the reason why I put it in between the 7 and the 1 is because, again, I only want one number in front of the decimal place. It doesn't matter how many I have after the decimal place. I only want one in front. And this last one, my decimal place is already where I need it to be. So that just becomes 1.76 times 10 to the 0 because I moved it 0 times. So let's look at your homework for this now. And this assignment is going to be on your Chromebook. So it says convert the following numbers from standard to scientific notation to write your exponents. You can use what's called the caret key, which, for example, 10 to the 1 will be written as 10 to the caret. You can also do control and comma, I think, or is it control period? Let me check really quick on my computer. Control period. Control plus the period button will give you an exponent, and then you hit that again to keep it from being an exponent. But don't let that confuse you. You can definitely use this key if you need to. So let's do the first one up here. So again, I only want one number in front of the decimal place that's not a 0. So I want one number in front of the decimal place. That means that my decimal is actually right here, and I'm going to want it right here. So I'm moving it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. So 1.25. And this was a big number. It's greater than 10. So it's a positive exponent times 10 to the 9. And again, you can also write that as 1.25 times 10 to the 9. Whatever's easier for you to type. Don't get too stressed out about that. On the bottom part, you're going to convert the numbers from scientific notation to standard notation. So I have a positive 4 here, so I know that this is going to be a big number or a number greater than 10. So I'm going to move my exponent to make it a big number. So in that case, I'm moving it this way. I don't like to use left and right because I know you guys get confused by that, and it confuses my brain too. So I'm making it a big number. So 1.46, I'm going to move my decimal point 4 times to make that a big number. So I'm moving it 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, I just put zeros in to fill in that space. So my final answer is 14,600. And you don't have to write the comma. You can just write 14600. All right, guys, good luck with your assignment. If you have questions, please message me. I'll talk to you later. Bye.